Good morning, students. Let's begin with our lesson 8, Economy and Occupations. In the previous audio, we have discussed figure 8.1, 8.2 and all the other map questions and graph questions in detail. Today we shall discuss our lesson. First, let us understand what is economy. In simple terms, economy is a term that is related to money. In our 9th standard, we have also studied the 3 types of economic activities, and they are the primary, secondary and tertiary. In figure 8.1 on page number 52, we have studied that India has a higher national income than Brazil. At the same time, Brazil is a country which is world's one of the giants producer in mining, agriculture and manufacturing activities. Besides these, Brazil also has a very rapid growing service sector. But if you see India, it still depends on agriculture. But in recent years, we have seen an increase in service sectors. This textbook has taken 2 countries, India and Brazil, together to study because there are certain similarities as well as differences between the 2 countries. One similarity is both the countries have mixed economy. Mixed economy you all have already studied in your 9th standard. It is the coexistence of both private and public sectors. It is that type of economy which has a balance between profit and social welfare. Another similarity between India and Brazilian economy is that both are developing economies. One more similarity is that the per capita incomes are very less as compared to the developed country USA that you have already seen in figure 8.1. Let's understand the term per capita. Per capita is per person. And what is this per person? It is income. So the per person income is very less in India and Brazil as compared to USA. One interesting feature that we have to understand is that though India has a higher national income than Brazil, still the per capita income of India is low as compared to that of Brazil. The reason for it could be the size of both the countries plus the population that exists on the land. Now let's take a look at the United States. It's a developed country and the population of this country is very well educated. This country is supported by many patents. What is patents? It is a specific grant of ownership of a piece of property. It's also accompanied with modern technology and mechanical strength. Therefore, we can say that this country is far ahead of India and Brazil when per national income or per capita income is compared. And at the same time, India and Brazil are developing countries. Though these countries are progressing in technology and education, still their per capita income is less as compared to that of USA. Now let's understand agriculture in Brazil. People living in the highlands and coastal areas of Brazil practice agriculture. The reason for this is the favorable climate and the topography. That is why people practice over there agriculture. Some of the major crops that are grown in Brazil are rice, maize. These are the most important cereal crops. And you will find maize in the central part of the country. There are some commercial crops like coffee, coca, rubber, soya bean, sugar cane. These are also cultivated on a very large scale in Brazil. It is said Brazil is the largest exporter of coffee and soya bean in the world. Some of the fruits that grow in Brazil are bananas, pineapples, oranges and other citrus fruits. Meat and dairy products are also produced on a large scale because of cattle, sheep, goats that are reared in the savanna grasslands in the south. Coming to the mining activities, minerals like iron ore, manganese, nickel, copper, bauxite, tungsten, diamonds. These are found in large number. Mining activities have not much developed in Brazil for the following reasons. One is inaccessibility, that is, the area not being reached. Second is lack of knowledge of potential reserve of resources. So people lack in knowledge. Next is dense forest. If you take a look at the Amazon river basin, half of Brazil is covered with dense forest. That is why mining activities is not possible. These are some of the reasons why mining is limited in Brazil. But recently mining has developed in Brazil because of the increasing demand. Now coming to the next activity is fishing. In the third chapter, we have already studied that Brazil has a long coastline of around 7,400 kilometers, and therefore it is excellent in fishing, especially the South Atlantic coast, where the warm Brazilian current and the cold Falkland current meet. This place becomes very important for fishing. Traditional fishing is practiced, but nowadays people have made use of large vessels for fishing. Some of the fishes that are found over here are swordfish, shrimp, lobsters, sardine. These are some of the fish that are found in the Atlantic coast. Interesting to note is that in the Amazon River, much of fishing is not done. Coming to agriculture in India. If you take a look at figure 8.2, you will understand the GDP of India engaged in agriculture. Around 60% of land in India is under cultivation. Therefore, our country is called as an agricultural land. The reason why agriculture is practiced largely in India is because of its level plains, rich soils, high percentage of cultivable land, wide climatic conditions, long growing seasons. All these are some of the important reasons why agriculture is a highly practiced activity. Some of the crops grown in India are rice, wheat, maize, sorghum, millets. Some of the plantations are tea, coffee, rubber, cash crops like sugarcane, cotton, jute. All these are produced in a large quantity in India. These crops are also accompanied with fruits and vegetables. Coming to fishing in India, it plays a major role in India too, because we have already studied that India too has a long coastline of 7,500 kilometers and it serves as an excellent fishing ground. India is one of the largest producers of fish, both marine and inland. This activity has given a lot of way to food supply, generating employment, raising nutritional level and earning foreign exchange too. In the states like Kerala, West Bengal, Andhra Pradesh, Tamil Nadu, Goa, fish is an important diet of the people. Major type of fish are sardines, mackerel, Bombay duck and prawns. These are all marine fish. Freshwater fish is carried on rivers, canals, irrigation channels, tanks, ponds, lakes. And therefore 60% of country's total fish comes from inland fishery. Coming to mining activities in India. The Chota Nagpur Plateau area in India is an excellent ground for mining activities. Coal is mined in Korba in Chhattisgarh. Mineral oil is found in Digboi in Assam, Mumbai High in Arabian Sea near Maharashtra, Kolal and Koyali in Gujarat. These are some of the important minerals that are found over here. Now let's talk about industries in Brazil. Some of the major industries that include in Brazil are iron and steel production, automobile assembly, petroleum processing, chemical production and cement making. All these industries are technically based. Some other industries that have developed over here are food processing like sugar industries, cotton textile, silk and woolen industry. The northeastern part of Brazil has not developed much in industries. Now let's understand industries in India. Distribution of industries in India are uneven, and the reason for this is uneven distribution of raw materials, power resources, and also due to concentration of enterprises. Finance could be another reason for uneven industries in India. Metallic mineral industries are found in Jharkhand, Orissa, Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan, Karnataka, Tamil Nadu. All these are the northeastern states of the country. Therefore, we find a very high concentration of metallic industry in this area. Rajasthan has copper, lead and zinc industry. Karnataka has steel, manganese and aluminium, and Tamil Nadu has aluminium metal industries. India is also famous for certain agro-based industries like cotton, jute, sugar. There are also some forest-based industries like paper, plywood, etc. Then coming to the next, the Koyali, Digboy, Noonmati. These refineries are situated close to the petroleum producing areas, and Mathura and Barauni refineries in the interior away from the coast and oil producing areas. Since there is a lot of availability of raw materials for the cement industry, this industry is also found largely in India. In Gujarat, Rajasthan and Tamil Nadu, salt industry is found in plenty. Mechanical engineering, electrical automobile, fertilizer and other consumer industries have developed slowly in India too. Let's understand the export and imports of these two countries. Brazil exports iron ore, coffee, coca, cotton, sugar, tobacco, oranges and bananas. It imports machinery, chemical products, fertilizers, wheat, heavy vehicle, mineral oil and lubricants. Coming to the exports of India, it is tea, mangoes, coffee, spices, leather goods, iron ore, cotton and silk textile. India's imports include petroleum, machines, pearls and precious stones, gold and silver, paper, medicines, etc. India's major trading partners are UK, USA, Germany, Japan, China and Russia. Interesting feature to note is that Indian companies have set up various industrial centers all over Brazil and have invested a lot of capital. Capital is money. And India has invested in such sectors like IT, pharmaceuticals, energy, mining, engineering. So from here they get a lot of income also. But if you compare that with Brazil, their footprint in India is very, very small. They have not done much in India. The Brazilian companies have invested only in automobiles, IT, mining, biofuels, etc. So this is about economy and occupations in India and Brazil. That's all for today. Thank you and have a good day.